Hello. Time once again for me to go over a new lesson with you. Okay. We're starting lesson 7.2 today, and we're going to be working on pages 269 to 271. And that will take you through skill check 1. Okay. All right. Today we're going to be finding a percent of a number. And with our example on the board, we're finding 5% of $115. Now, I'm going to give you a formula which you should write in your flip chart. Okay, and here's your formula. It's called the percent formula, and that's percent times whole equals part. Okay, and this will really help you be able to figure out these kind of problems. So make sure you get that formula in your flip chart. Okay. So to find 5% of $115, we're going to look at our formula. Now, we know the percent. The percent is 5%. So I'm just going to put that there. Times. Now, our whole is $115. Okay? And our part is what we're trying to find because we're trying to find 5% of that. So it's going to be way less than $115 because we're only finding part of that. We're finding the 5% of that. So how we do that, we just looked at our formula and we plugged in the numbers we had. Okay, so to find 5% of $115, we're going to take our 115 and now we're going to multiply it by the decimal for 5%. Now remember, 5 is a whole number, so it's like your decimal points here. So to make that a decimal, we take it 2 places to the left, and then add a 0 here. So our decimal for 5% is 0.05, so that's what we're going to multiply by. Okay, 5 times 5, 25, carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7, and 5 times 1 is 5. Okay, all right, now this is a 0. And if we multiply it by all that, we're just going to get a whole row of zeros. So I'm not going to do that last step. But now we have no decimal points here. We have 1, 2 here. So for a total of 2. So 1, 2 decimal point. So your answer is $5.75. Okay? All right, that's one example. Let me do another one with you using that formula. Okay? Now we're going to find 12.5% of $4,500. Now, here our percent is a mixed number. So we've got to take that fraction and make it into a decimal. Okay, and if you forgot how to do that, it's 1 divided by 2. Put your decimal point and a 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times, so 2 times 5 is 10. So now we have 12.5. It's still percent because we didn't do anything with the 12. We just took the 1/2 and made it into a decimal. Okay, so there's our percent times, and our whole is the $4,500. And we're trying to find the part of that, the 12.5% of that. So that's the part. So now we've got to make this whole percent into a decimal. So we have to go 2 places to the left. So we have 0.125. Okay, so let me get some room over here. So now we're going to take our $4,500 and we're going to multiply it by 0.125. 0.125. Okay. Let me go ahead and erase this. Might get in the way a little bit. Okay, 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 2 is 22. Okay, now I'll put my placeholder here. And now 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 0. Carry my 1. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Now 2 zeros. 2 placeholders. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. And 1 times 4 is 4. Now we're going to add. Okay, now we don't have any decimal places here, but we have 3 here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, and since it's talking about money, we got to put our dollar sign, and money can only go out 2 places to the right of the decimal, so we're just going to get rid of that last 0. So there's our answer, $562.50. Okay, that's using your percent formula. Okay, now this is the end of part 1 for this lesson. So once you've kind of got the hang of this, I want you to watch the next video, which will be part 2, and I'm going to show you a different formula. Okay.